Alright, what's the deal, y'all? I'm about to do my first Pro Tools tutorial. I finally figured out how to get this shit working. Let's hope that my mic audio good. Tried to make it a little bit louder on this one. I'm using the compressor. This is a $30 microphone I'm using just because. So, let's hope it sounds good, man. So what we're gonna do today is just a basic routing tutorial. Cause I know, for me, I learned how to mix and master on FL Studio for real. And I ran a successful studio off of FL Studio 9 for at least 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? Boom, and trust me, ain't nobody give a fuck. But I know when I made the switch to Pro Tools, it was a lot different. I was not used to this way, and now that I am, it's a lot better and it make more sense, and you got more control. For me, alright, so I'm gonna just guess most of y'all doing rap, right? Alright, so boom, first thing we're gonna do, come up here to track in the corner, click new. A mono source meaning one speaker, like it's just a middle, it's mono, it's no left or right, it's just center, you know what I'm saying? And then stereo would be left and right, you know what I'm saying? Everything's mixed in stereo nowadays, a full song. But when you record a person and they record it on a single microphone, that's a mono source. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta know the difference. Let's say you get a beat off YouTube, you about to record a song. That beat gonna be in stereo. So we wanna add a stereo audio track. Click create. Boom. So now, this is a beat that somebody just did a session on the other day. So I just dragged that in there. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It's important to set the tempo. So you could do it by sight. There's several ways to do it. I'm gonna show you how I would do it just by looking at it. So I zoom in and I see 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth block, I know it looks like it's a 4-bar intro, right? Because it don't go till 8. So I'm assuming it's a 4-bar intro. Everything built in fours. So I need this right here to be right on this number 5. And then I know that the tempo right. So 102 look about right, you know what I'm saying? But one way that I like to check is you got your snap set to grid. Come over here, click. I'm gonna click right here now. Now you see it sounds like we're starting to miss some of that kick, so right, if we look at the beginning of the beat, it looks like it's a slight pause before it start. So it's cool to be, I think it's 103. So you see they all sound the same when you started, so I know that's the right tempo. Locked in. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a mono audio track. I'm gonna label it microphone. Petty go. Alright, we can label this one beat. Okay. So if you wanna label it, you could just double click where the name of the track is, or you can right click and then click rename. Okay. Now this is our mic track, so whatever input you're gonna use, blase split. My inputs ain't showing up because I'm using FL Studio h.e.r. But yeah, set your input, and then so now for me, I'm gonna record everything through this mic track, and I'm not gonna put no effects on it. I'm gonna leave it raw. Then let's say, alright, let's add, 5 mono audio tracks. these would be my mix tracks for my, for my what's it called. So let's turn this down and then click record, right? Check, check, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, yeah. So now what I would normally do is I grab that, drag it down here, and every time I record, I just drag it down. So if say you punching in, these would be my 2 main vocal tracks. They'll be set exactly the same as far as all my effects, and I just cut back and forth between the 2 for the punches. You know what I'm saying? So check, 1 2. So yeah, I mean, you get what I'm saying. So boom, you got these 3. I label them. I put Vox for vocals, you know what I'm saying? So now you got your vocal tracks. Let's assume that's all you need. You might need more, add more as you need, you know what I'm saying? I think you can have 192 tracks total, so shouldn't run out of space. Then, let's say, just on some basic shit, let's add like 3 stereo. You need to click here, go to auxiliary input, okay? Now this different from an audio track, this is an auxiliary track. So which means you cannot record audio into this track. You can only route audio from an audio track to this auxiliary track via the buses or the sends. You see the sends right here, the sends go through the buses into auxiliary tracks. You dig it? So you would do all your main edits on your Vox tracks as far as like EQ, compression, etc. Do all that on your mono tracks. Shit like reverb, delays, any extra cool, freaky effects you want, put that on your auxes. You can have mono auxes too, and sometimes you'll use that. I use a mono aux to make basically an automatic delay with a compressor. It has a mono input triggering the compressor, so it needs to be a mono aux. You feel me? But anyway, so let's say this reverb. Label this one delay. Label this one whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. This will be a doubler track. There you go, you know what I'm saying? So how you would do this is, your inserts is obviously where you put your plugins and all that shit. Let's say you already got that all figured out, so then we would want to come down the buses. See, I already got all my buses labeled. Yours is just going to pop up as numbers. You can label them as whatever you want. Okay, so boom, you see this is bus 1 and 2, L and R, but they grouped as a stereo bus reverb. Alright. Boom. From Vox out, send it to a reverb. Now you see this is the send fader, so right now it's not actually sending no signal. Come down here to the input on reverb. Go to bus, select reverb bus. That's feeding the input of the reverb auxiliary track. You dig it? So anything that goes in this reverb bus comes to here now. And then out to the speakers. So, goddamn, let's throw a reverb on there. This is a nice reverb. It's actually my go-to. It's what I always use now. I got the hardware controller for it, which I like. I prefer the hands-on. So, boom. Just for the sake of testing, let me get an audio track. Check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Alright, so we got that. Check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Now you see, it's not. Hold on, let me turn it on. Now you see, it's not feeding nothing to it right now, right? Check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Right. So that's cool. But that's probably a little heavy on the reverb, you know what I'm saying? So come back if we was mixing a vocal. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. So the thing is, you can adjust how much of the signal is going to this, then you can adjust the volume on this bus too, or on this aux track too, you know what I'm saying? Check, check, 1 2 1 2. A lot more control. So then, and then, you know, any extra aux tracks you need for whatever, do it, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta add a stereo master track, master fader. For me, any mastering I'm gonna do it on here. And then, you know, you pretty much straight. One other thing that I would do is I would add one more stereo aux input, and I would make that my vocal bus. Right? So then what I would do is all of my vocal tracks, instead of running their output straight to the speakers, I would run it via a bus, my vocal aux bus, okay? Run all of these out to my vocal aux bus. And then set the input on my vocal bus to vocal aux. So now all that's feeding into this stereo bus before it hits the master fader. So usually what I do is I throw some type of compressor on there, something, and give it a final compression to kind of push it in your face, especially with a 2-track. So, yeah. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Another thing, you hear we got a lot of room noise in this, so say you was ever dealing with something like that, I'll just show you something real quick. Let me see, does the channel strip have a gate? It don't have a gate. I'm trying to find something that most people will probably have. Alright, well, the Fab filter then. No, the Fab filter G. The Fab filter G, this is a gate. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Check, check, 1 Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. So you know you can kind of use the gate to cut shit like that out. Check, check, 1 2 1 2, yeah. I hope my audio quality ain't total shit on here. It's crazy, bro. I don't know what it is, but I moved my studio around and now it seems like I'm having issues with my analog. I'm wondering if I'm getting bad power. I don't know what it is. But yeah, so, you know, there's a basic setup for your ass, you feel me? Fuck with your mans. If you like the video, hit subscribe, turn notifications on, you feel me? I appreciate it. The more subscribers I get, the more sauce I'm gonna drip, you know what I'm talking about? So fuck with your baby, man.